is Inspire 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of March 2019, focusing on your career and work life. So I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of February. So let's see what is in store for you for March. So the first card for you representing the present position of your spread towards the beginning of the month, you have the Seven of Spades. So it looks like that it was the beginning of the month. You might be maybe feeling unwell, and especially towards your money. Maybe if you have been working hard lately, especially to gain more incomes, you might be also feeling like there's a sense of compellment in some way, like you are compelled to get more out of your income, maybe because you need it more, you have more sort of needs or expenses. Everyone does, but the thing is that you may have maybe more than other people, like if you have a big debts that you need to pay for, and that's the reason why you needed a more sort of like new source of income. But the thing is that you may have to be careful during the month of March, because mostly during the month of March the Mercury goes retrograde, and it's a retrograde cycle that you may have to avoid starting new things if you can. And sometimes the thing is that sometimes people feel that, you know, I don't really believe on that, but mostly it does happen. You know, when you do make a new decisions during the month when the Mercury goes retrograde, you may have to revise your decision later on. If this is like still in the negotiation process, that is fine. But if it is already finalized that you need to sign the documents and the contracts and so on, yeah, just be careful on that. Especially if you are looking for a new jobs, and you might be, if you are offered a position in a new place, for instance, then you may have to sign a contract in the beginning of the month. Possibly you have to think it over if you can. But if you want to take the jobs and you really need the jobs, and you just have to move forward with that, and there's no other way to do that, but you have to check everything more than 3 times in some way, and ask somebody else's to see it as well. But regarding with this card, it looks like that you may be missing some of new information that you should, you know, the other party should provide you, but they don't, because they want to hide it from you. So I don't see it like lies in some way, but I do see it that you may have to be careful on dealing with the new people in your life, and also any deals that you may have to have in the month of March. So let's see the next one that you have representing the influence cards or the bridge cards towards the middle of the month. You have the King of Clubs. So there will be a male significant figure in your life, possibly from the fire sign, by the age of 30 or 35. So he can be a sense of authority in the month of March. So this can be your business partner, or this can be the employer, your new boss, or things like that. He will be very prominent in the month of March, and you have you have to deal with him most of the time. So this can be your business partner, this can be your employer, or this can also be somebody that are trying to hide the information from you. So I don't see it that this guy is like a problems with you, as long as you do your works, like you do diligence. Like for instance, you are searching for informations, you know exactly what you are talking about, and you know exactly what he's talking about, and you can verify that informations. As long as you do that diligently, you will be okay. So it doesn't mean that this guy is a bad guy. It doesn't mean that. But maybe sometimes people are getting like miscommunications, and then you thought that he supposedly told this is information, but he didn't, and that can also makes the problems. Like people may feel that they are being cheated, or they are being treated differently, or they are, I mean, like there's no honesty here, maybe because you are feeling that this guy should told me before, but he didn't, and maybe because he didn't know that you want that information. Just try to be like practicals, and ask anything, because this is Mercury retrograde. You have to get more information. The more information you have, the better you will take the decisions. Because you don't want, in the end of the day, by the end of the day, when you strike the deal, when you sign the documents, and then in the end you didn't know that these things should be accomplished before, and the other party should do that, but they didn't do that, and that will be a pain in the ass. So the next card that you have representing the past position of your spread, you have the Eight of Hearts. So this can also be happening like if you sign a contract, maybe because you need a job, but in the end maybe they don't cover this, they don't cover the health insurance, they don't cover the visas, or they don't cover the accommodations and things like that, that you might be thinking that in the beginning that they did, but they didn't, or maybe they changed the regulation, the rules, and the terms and conditions, and that can be quite a tricky things. And in the end of the day, you regret your decision to sign the contract, because in the end the deal is not really a good deal. So in the past, you may have been moving from your old conditions, or your old workplace, to a new workplace, maybe because you don't like that, you don't like your past work placement, and in yeah, by the end of February, possibly you might be moving to a new workplace. As I said before, it's always good to have it before Mercury goes retrograde, or after the Mercury goes direct. So the next card that you have representing the things that you learned from the past, you have the Six of Hearts. So yeah, you learn a lot by dealing with the people from your past. You learn a lot from them, possibly because you will have to apply some of your skills, some of your knowledge that you have gained from the past, that will be beneficial for you in the month of March. So like soft skills are also very important to respond to other people's behavior, and that can be very quite a tricky things as well, if you like responding to some of the very I would say, I don't see it as being manipulative people, but I don't see it as somebody they are honest as well. They just wait until you ask them. So try to be more practical, and just ask everything that you want to know. Don't be bothered with a very stupid question or something, because sometimes those stupid questions will be very important for you, because that will reveal some of the things that they don't tell you. So the next card you have representing the things that you need to let go of, you have the Two of Clubs. So yeah, I don't see it as something that is a deal breaker. Like I said before, it doesn't mean that if you strike a deal and then the deal will be very bad for you. It doesn't mean that, but the thing is that you need to let go those fear as well. If you fear too much, that can also be very detrimental. So it doesn't mean that the deal will be very bad, and that's the reason why you should not take it. No, I don't say that. What I say is, you have to evaluate any sort of deals or any of new things or contracts during the month of March, because it's a Mercury retrograde cycle period. And the thing is that you should be more like your due diligence of your work. You should evaluate everything and be open. So you need to let go those fears inside of you. So the next card is representing the future cards. Towards the end of the month, you have the Three of Spades. So let me clarify this card because I don't like to end the reading with such a bad readings. So from this card, it looks like that. Yeah, like I said before, this looks like this can be very related to new avenues or new set of incomes or new businesses that you want to have going. Maybe because you need more, extra money or something like that. That's the reason why you want to start this business, and you may have a collaboration with other people, other parties, and you might be getting like a lot of different informations, like mixed informations as well. It doesn't mean that they are trying to hide it from you, like I said before, or cheated on you. So try to be open and try to find the balance as well, and be optimistic, because this opportunity can be very good. But the thing is that they might be tricky, because you should search more informations and getting to know everything before you strike the deal. I think my suggestions here: don't sign any documents during the month of March, because this can be very hard to predict what will happen, what actually the deal is going to be. Like what are the information that they hide from you. And that's the safest way, I would say. But if you really need the job, or really need to finalize the deal, you just have to be careful. So lastly, here to clarify the whole readings, you have at the bottom of the deck, you have the Joker card. So it looks like, regardless of what I just mentioned, it looks like that you still want to start this new endeavor. I do see it as something that you already planned before. So if that is the case, I think that is no problem. There is no big deal on that, because you already work hard and search all the details before this period. So try to be just do your work, and just be open and practical. And that's all I would say that you needed to do. If this is already planned before, like 2-3 months before, this is just finalizing the last bit of the pieces, and that is fine. So just be careful, because it's Mercury retrograde. I said there will be a couple of delays as well, and emotion can be high during this time. Like uncertainty makes people anxious. And that's all. So I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you liked the reading, just click like, and if you want to donate, just send your donation to this email. And also, if you want to do personal readings, and please subscribe if you haven't done so. Just click the bell icons to get the notifications every time I publish a new video. And see you next month. Thank you.